What if I tell you there's an easy strategy you can actually master within 2 to 3 days, and after you master it, you can actually give yourself the first stage into becoming a profitable trader? In this video, I'm going to be showing you everything I've been doing in the past few months and how I moved from a losing trader to a profitable trader. For you to be profitable, there must be something about the market that gives you money, like that you, whenever you see it, you follow it. For me, whenever I want to enter a trade, I make sure I mean my daily time frame follows the what, my 1 hour time frame. Whenever these two follows each other, I follow it. Like it's more. I think it makes more sense for me as a day trader to follow the daily time frame. You get what I mean? Yeah, to follow the daily time frame. You can see this market was what. Let's check if this market is bullish or bearish. Well, you can see that this one breaks what? It breaks this level, making us to be what? To be bearish. And now that we are bearish, what should we be looking for? We should be looking for more sales. In as much there is not a structure on this. I mean, after we broke this level that we already what? We break above. There's no level like that. This is the latest highest, lower high. This is the latest lower high. Until we break above this level, that is when we can be considering ourselves to be bullish. But now that we didn't break above it, we can see that this market is still what? Is still bearish. And mind you, this actually works for not just what? It works for both what? It works for both crypto. You are a crypto trader, you are a forex trader, you are what? Maybe you are also a stock trader. It works for everything of them, because this is what you can see. I use it for most of my I use it for every of my day trading. Now I go to the 4 hour time frame to know my what? To know where the structure level I'm following. You can see I wrote everything here that the daily time frame is bearish, and I want to follow the daily, the direction of the days. I won't be going for buy, since you can see that this level now, this one is what? What can you say about this structure? You can see that this level is bullish. It's bullish because what? We created an higher high, and what? We break below this level, making us to be bearish on that structure. And suddenly we push high, we break above this level, making us to be bullish. Then we retested, and what? We break highs again. And when we break highs again, what are we going to be looking for? That means you know that at this level on a daily time frame, we are what? We are bullish. And the important level for us to be bearish and follow the daily time frame on the 4 hour time frame is what? Is this level. So this is my level of TP. Yeah, the level at which I know that once this thing comes back, the market will follow the daily time frame. That's where my TP is going to be. So I want to know to trade to that level. Then the next thing I want to know is my 1 hour. Like I said, I use my TP to be what? To be 4 hour. And the next thing I want to know is the 1 hour. Is the 1 hour following my direction of the daily time frame, or it is not? Look at this trade, for example. You can see that what actually happens there. We were bullish on the 1 hour time frame, right? We were bullish. Look at it, for example. We push highs. We were like bearish here, break below it. I want you to know that there are major and minus levels. So I'm more concerned about the major levels on the 1 hour time frame to know my direction. You can see then we break above this level, making us to be bullish. I'm not considering this region because at this level a body hasn't closed a body hasn't closed below, above this level, this higher lower high. So I'm not considering this level. I'm considering this one. I'm considering this level. Then we came back and retested. We came back and retested this level. Let me show you very well, so that you can know that this level doesn't really matter to the market. It was actually this level that we broke. So that if you can know that, that is one thing that affects most traders, is because and then we break above this level also with a body candle. You can see. Then let me show you why I said that level is very important. That's why I didn't consider it the other time. You can see now the market didn't came back to retest this one. Rather, it came back to retest this one, which it broke. it came back and retested it. It came back there and retested it. So you can see that one. Then you can now see that what actually happened. Then I want to know when we break this higher high, so that I can actually follow the market. And I want you to know that once this thing doesn't come into their order, I don't care about them most. I don't think of selling. I don't force the trade. I make sure, because there are so many things you can trade. Why must you force one? You get? Why must you force one? So then I will be waiting for the market to break a lower high for me to go for me to do what? For me to be selling the market on a 1 hour time frame. So I want to know whenever it happens on a 1 hour time frame. Then whenever I see that it has happened on the 1 hour time frame, that we have broke a lower high, that we have broke a lower high, then I'll be going to my 15 minutes time frame. Then you go to your 15 minutes time frame to make your entry. Then you go to your 15 minutes time frame to see if the market is bearish in your direction. Look at this, for example. You can see here that let me show you. This is a region, right? You can see, you wait for the market to come back to that region that it broke. So you don't just trade the market, you wait for it to come back and retest it like it has always done. You can see it came back and retested it, and that was why I short. You can see this level. Let me show you. This is it. We did what? We saw this suddenly following the daily time frame. The 4 hour time frame. You can see here. We break below. We make higher low. Then we make another higher high. Right? We came back again. We test. Now we break a new higher high. Then I wait for the market to do to body close at this level. Once I see its body close, I may just wait for it to come back a little bit, maybe to this to just touch this region. Then that is how I enter this trade today. That was how I entered this trade today. Then I short it from this level. I short it from that level. Let me delete it. That's done its work. I short it from that level there. I short it from that level. Put my stop loss at this shoulder, because there is a shoulder pattern here. At this shoulder, I put my stop loss here. I put my stop loss there, and and that was how I short this trade today. I took my profit around there. Yeah, that was how I short this profit today. And you can see that was like 1:4. That's a clean 1:4. 1:4. So that is how you can day trade. This is not just about forex. I can show. Let me show you. I'm thinking about the time. I don't want it to spend more time on this video. I'm going to show you. Later create a video to show you everything I do, and everything I do. From a beginner to a pro trader. But if you already have a knowledge of the market, or you don't even have it at all, the most important thing you really have to understand is, are we in a bullish market or in a bearish market? You can see everything I'm doing here. I'm not drawing much trend lines. I'm not drawing anything. I'm just following the action of the market. This is a pure price action pattern. I'm just following the action of the market, and you can see that level I'm planning to trade the market to. You can see how the market rejects at that level. You can see how it rejects at that level. Exactly. That is how the market rejects at that level. So my own reaction right now is, I want to know, if you think, okay, what region would I be willing to short this market from again? What region I would like to short this market from again is that I will go to my 1 hour time frame. Let's just do the same thing we've been doing again and again. I see that this level is very, very important. I will be caring more of this level, because looking at a trade, one of the most important thing you have to know, because we haven't tested the region back. On this trade, I won't like to go in any longer for this week. I will be very much interested for the market to come back to this level. You can see that not just that this level is just a normal level, it is a level that has been tested multiple times. Let me show you how it has been tested multiple times. I'm going to the 1 hour. I didn't go to most trade though. I didn't go to the maybe like this thing. And you know that one thing is that if the market comes back to the level, you can still see that we are still maintaining our good structure. Just I don't want it to body close. I just need a week to come to the level. Yeah, I just need a week. So one thing I wait for again in recap is that what the most important thing you have to know whenever you're trading is that you have to have a structured level. I mean something that you follow every time. And I want you to know that you can use indicators if you want to use indicators with it, but I don't recommend using indicator. Just follow the price action and stick to one strategy for you to remain profitable. I mean for you to be profitable. You may use them for confirmation. I'm not really against them, but the truth is for you to be profitable, you don't need much indicators, you don't need much of them. One thing you need is you have to understand what is actually happening in the market. Are we there's nothing hard in the market. Just know that what am I following as a day trader. What I do is that one thing I do is I want to know what is actually happening on the 4 hour in a daily time frame. Are we bullish or we are bearish? Then after I know that, I go to my 4 hour time frame to see if we are bullish there also or bearish. But I'm not following the direction of the 4 hour time frame most of the time. Most of the time I just want to know what structural level must the 4 hour time frame breaks. And sometimes must the 4 hour time frame breaks. What level, because I love following the trend a lot, what level must the 4 hour time frame breaks for it to be to follow my daily time frame. You can see if that is only the thing you stick to, you can see that the reason why that level is even very important. You can see how many number of touches we are having at that region. You can see we have one touch here, we have another touch here, we have another touch, like a lot of touches inside that level. So you know that level is very important for the market to break. So right now I want to know if my daily time frame is following my 4 hour time frame. If my 4 hour time frame is following my my 1 hour time frame, I just want to know on the 4 hour time frame what is the most important structural level, so that I can determine my TP on that level. And on the 1 hour time frame, I want to know if the market is actually following the direction of my 1 hour time frame already. Then the next thing I want to know is on my 15 minutes time frame. I go to my 15 minutes time frame to determine my entry point at the region where the market is actually bearish. Following the direction of my daily time frame. Maybe it has break very important structure which is at this level, which I did here. When it broke this structure, you can see it breaks high, came here, broke came here again, then break it with a body candle. You can see breaks it with a body candle. Then I will wait for the market to come back to that region, maybe like to retest, or I short it immediately. But the best and the most advisable thing you should do whenever you see something like this is if you can do it, just make sure you if you are depending on how much you can afford to how much you can afford to lose. Depending on how conservative you are, you can just put it at this region, just a little bit above this one, and you can still see you have up to 1:2 risk to reward ratio. And imagine if you take the whole trade, that means you are going to be having up to 1:4 risk to reward ratio. Is that not cool enough? I think that is good enough for a day trader. You can see this trade came beautifully today. It came, if you look at it, it started that was where it started on the daily time frame today, and that was a good move. That is the good explanation. You can see the region, it came back and retested, and that was a very good move. That is the same thing I did in every of my trades. You can see most of these trades I'm pointing them all these trades pointing them downwards, because I want to know, I'm anticipating more for the daily time frame, and that is what I do in mine. So if you like the video, click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification button, so that anytime I post video you can actually see and get the best of it. Thank you for watching the video.